All right, family. Black Power. We in the house once again. It's on. Once again, it's on. Let me get in here and get this fire blazing. Let's get this fire blazing. That's right. None other than the General Black Power is the truth hour. With General Sara, Seti, kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We black again. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. That's right. Official General Sara Seti DVD lectures. That's right. The classic, the Jurassic DVD lectures. T-shirts and hoodies for the kings and the queens. Got that African hip hop. You feel me? Fashions for your family. We got the African and comedic jewelry, necklaces, earrings, finger rings. We got the bracelets. We got the men's cuffs. We got West Africa. We got East Africa. We got that for your family. We got the holistic tonics and remedies. You need it at this time. You know, the organic immunity booster. You need that. You need it. The holy black seed oil, living better for your family. You need that. Get on over there. Check us out, KingSeti.com. We also got home decor for your family, accessories for every room in the house. Living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. Get on over there. Check us out, KingSeti.com. Be amazed at the product selection and catalog. Class is not in session, family. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Over 900 video presentations, binging on Black Power. That's what we're doing, binging on Black Power. Too raw for YouTube videos, Seti with the master teachers. Of course, we got the Black Woman is God, ancient, when Egypt ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt. We got the Hindu Kush. We got the Olmec voyages of the Nile. We got that. Cold science got that. Debates, all world religions, video and radio interviews, got that. Highlights from over 50 cities, ancient civilization and mythology, Black Power and politics and economics, the complete General Sara Seti website. Get your ass in class and join today. That's right. We even got the making of the white man. Woo! Nothing but the fire. Nothing but fire, family. Get you together. We got the catalog. We got the catalog, family. General Seti, keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams. Too hot to handle for YouTube. You know, just dropped a couple more yesterday. You need to get on over there and check us out. We dropping. We keep dropping. And we going to stay dropping. Nothing but that fire. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. General Seti, King Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just be respectful because I will ban your ass. That's for real. You will get banned, nigga. And Cro-Magnum and whatever else out there. God damn it, you'll be banned. All right. Now today we got that fire. We back on Janus and the doorway to chaos. In the doorway to chaos. Let me go on and get busy. Oh, yeah, and of course, I didn't even put it in there. I'll drop it in there. We got the live stream this Sunday, the Kemetic baptism, the African sacred science versus Western occultism. You're going to want to be in the house because it ain't going to be nothing but a burning inferno. God damn it, it's going to be an academic burning inferno. God damn it, goddamn notebooks going to catch on fire. It's going to be so much information. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing but the truth and wisdom of the African ancestors. I'll drop it in there as we move forward, family. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Well, I'm going to come with this one first. Let me see where it's at. Okay. Oh, I'll just drop down. Okay. All right, family, let's dig in tonight. Let's get busy now. Of course, this is January, and this month is named after the Roman god Janus. You see, the Roman god Janus, the two-faced. Sometimes he two-faced it. Sometimes he got three faces. Sometimes he got four faces. The oldest depiction got him with four faces. And so when you see him with the four faces, of course, that is the seasons, that's the equinoxes and the solstices, that's the cardinal points, you see. But when we talking about doorway, you see, we're going to drop heavy mental now. I want y'all to stay with me. You see, when we talk about doorway, you see, or door, or hallway, or another term for a hallway is corridor. And so we was going over the serpentine prefix, suffix, or, and it's more than that. But in this particular instance, I want to deal with OR. You see what you find in Ouroboros, what you find in Gorgon, you see, and as we move through, even Oracle. You see, even Oracle. You'll see that one of the Greek oracles was Pythia, who was named after the python. You see, even what's that Greek god name? Orpheus, and his wife Odysseus, whatever her name was, and she was bitten by the serpent, and she died, and he traveled to Hades to see if he can retrieve his wife, and but he wasn't successful because he did what he was not told to do. He was told by Hades to not look back, as his wife was ascending up out, and she was right by him, but she was a shade, and he had to have confidence that she was coming up with him and that he couldn't look back. And he turned around and he looked and he saw, and she disappeared, and she went back into Hades. You see, but she was bitten by a serpent. So a lot of people say, man, what is he? But you have to have somebody lead you into it so you understand what it's saying. And so that's crazy how the etymology of a lot of things. You understand? If you don't understand it, you will never get to the deeper meaning of what's being talked about. Now, so when we talk about door, you see the OR in door, serpentine is spiral. Now, a lot of time they'll show you a regular door. Now, it's also a regular door too. Yes, it is. But in the deeper understanding, let me get to it's circular. You see? But why is that? Because when you're dealing with the serpent, what? You're dealing with the spiral. You see? And in the spiral is spirit. You see? In the spiral is spirit. When you look at anything in the universe, and you look at the galaxy itself is moving in a spiral. When you start talking about energy, the tornado, you see, the hurricane, you see, any of that is moving in the spiral, you see. And so even the goddamn wheels, the gears in the goddamn car engine, you see, the gear spiral. So anything, when you're dealing with energy, you're dealing with that spiral. And when you talk about even the coil in your head, if you break down the antenna, you see it's the coil. You see, it's the coil. And so that's the antenna. And so you see that you have the natural antenna that connects you to the cosmos. You see, until you fry. You see, and you fried right on up, all the energy and shit fried right on up out of there. You see what I'm saying? And so when you talk about a corridor, you're talking about, you're talking about a spiritual highway. You're talking about so moving from one point to the next. You see, And so when you talk about, the Book of Gates, and one of the great works of ancient Egypt was the Book of Gates, where the sun and the car is moving through the 12 hours a night, and there's a God that's on every hour, which is a gate. You see, and you come to that gate, then a question is asked, and then a necessary answer is needed for you to move and past that gate. You see, and that's what we're talking about. And yes, we also talking about, the physical gate, but in this sense, we're talking about the spiritual gate. Just like they say, the pearly gates. You see, the pearly gates. Now, so when we talk about, like I said, when we talk about the return of the dragon, because Janus is trying to, in the instance, they trying to use Janus to manipulate, just like they use Serapis to manipulate. Janus ain't got no keys to no damn door. He ain't got no key. You got the key. You got the key. Once you understand what the door and the key is. See, they understand it, so that's why they manipulate. You see, that's why they put these false icons up there and got you looking to a book, got you looking to a religion. You see what I'm saying? To imprison your divinity. You see, once you understand your black divinity and you understand that you born connected to the cosmos, you're not going to go through them. So he ain't got no key to no goddamn door. The only key to any door he got is that one down there at the county jail. Now, if you talking about Janus, the key, the janitor or the key man, yeah, he the turnkey down there at the county, down there at the prison. You see, that's who he is. He's the warden. That's the only goddamn key that he got. You see, and so we got to quit looking to these demonic icons, as any, and we got to overturn this, the system in totality. You got to overturn the system in totality. You see, we keep going over this year after goddamn year. You see, we keep going over this just like the goddamn map. We keep going to the map, and we have to continuously use these demonic terms for sacred lakes and rivers and even nations. Still today has the terms that the oppressor has placed on our. And so this is what we do. So we imprison ourselves. And so now today, with the wisdom and knowledge that we have obtained, it's time to throw this shit away. It's time to get rid of it. That's how you know you got power. If you got power, you get rid of that shit. You throw it away. And you take on your divinity. You see, once you understand that, you see, the door is here. And we're going to go over that. The door right there in the mind. You see, the pineal is the seat of the soul. You see, there's the throne of God right there. You see, that connects you to the cosmos, and that sun, that solar energy come down and sit right there on the seat of on the pineal, the seat of the soul, and a liquid is produced. And you hear it in the Bible, and it says, he anointed my head with oil. He anointed my head with oil. But nobody asks you, because it says Christ is anointed. That's what it says. But nobody say anointed with what? With what? Anointed with what? And see, when you look at Christ, they just say it's anointed. It means more than that. You see? Because when you go into Sanskrit, Krishna, which is the same as Christ, but in the Sanskrit, it means black one. You see? And so when it says you anointed my head with oil, you understand the anointed and the oil is melanin, is blackness. Now, it ain't just any kind of goddamn melanin. You can't have no deactivated melanin. You can't just be black, nigga. You got to be activated. You got to know you one with the cosmos. You got to be mastering and perfecting your divinity. You know what I'm saying? You got to be studying and mastering and perfecting your divinity through research. You understand your ancestors, becoming closer with that, studying the ancient history. You understand, reliving it, and and refining the history and the knowledge of our ancestors, moving yourself further and further, and you understand, into the future than ever before. You see, and so this is what why the serpent sits on the pineal. Let's deal with that. You see right there, he sits on the pineal. Now that's why, because he always, and you got to understand that when you see, if you look up any science in dealing with solar energy, many times you will see the sun, the frequencies and the energy of the sun depicted in serpentine fashion. I got that right here. Let me drop that down in here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's do this. Right here. See? So when they show you solar energy, they show you and depict it in serpentine fashion. You see, they show you it, coming down in waves. And that's how the serpent moves. He moves in waves. And that's why you will see that the serpent and water, the naga, the water serpent, you see? And so you see right there the semblance of water and serpentine energy. You see, waves, energy is always measured in waves. Okay, and so when you see here, you see the solar energy come down, and what happens? You see, it sits right there on the pineal, sits right there coming down and serpentine, and so you always see the serpent coming down from the heavens. See, you see his tail coming down from there, and he sit right there and forms a spiral. You understand? It's synonymous with spirit. You see, so synonymous with spirit. So this is the portal here. This is the door right here. You understand what I'm saying? Where the consciousness and the mind astral project into the cosmos. You see, that don't mean you're going to get up and fly, nigga. Okay, I don't want no niggas to think they're going to, they put their under rules on tonight. You see, and they thinking they're going to, they're going to fly about their body and shit. And, a lot of you niggas think that. You're not going to do that. You see what I'm saying? This is in consciousness. You see, it's in consciousness where you connect. Because, melanin is also, a conductor. It is also a hard drive. You see, you seeing this shit that they doing here, you thinking this shit is only a little small replica of something greater. You see, just like you see the clock. The clock is a scientific invention, but it's synchronized with the cosmos. It's synchronized with the sun and the moon. And so it's a small replica of something far greater. You see what I'm saying? So anytime you see hard drive, thumb drives and shit where you can record information on there, understand that the mind in the cosmos is far beyond any of this shit that you see here today. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying anything you see in nature of science has been duplicated. You understand? Or as far as, even the military, the planes and shit, been duplicated and, by, movement of birds and certain creatures in nature, such as the dragonfly, the hummingbird, all those type of, different creatures and creations of the cosmos and they try to duplicate, the movements of that thing, and so you got to understand that anything that's been created that you can call technology and science is only a very small replica of some far greater in that you can find in nature. You see? And so, your DNA, they're saying how much information can be planted in your DNA. You see? And so you are a living hard drive of your ancestors' records. You see, you're a living hard drive of your right down there in your DNA. You got to know how to unlock it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to go down there and unlock your DNA so you can retrieve your ancestral memories. You see, your ancestry, the work of your ancestors, because they had, and because that information has been passed, just like you didn't pass down to your children. You know, but the process has been going on and on and on and on. And so from your ancestors from 1,000 years ago, nigga, you retain, you ain't changed into nothing different. You are still the seed of your forefather and foremothers. You understand what I'm saying? You're still nothing more than your great grandmother and great grandfather 1,000 years back. You are that today. You see what I'm saying? And so the same information that they had to create the great civilization is in you, and you can do it again if you tap into your own DNA. But you got to know the door. You got to have the keys to the door. You got to have the keys to the door. And you understand that the key is activated melanin. You see? That you couldn't even function without melanin. And melanin is the conductor that goes throughout the body via your peripheral and nervous system, your central and your peripheral nervous system. It goes down, and when it hit that peripheral, it goes into the necessary areas of your body. Okay? If you go down your spine, each portion of your spine is dedicated to a certain part of your body. You see what I'm saying? The arm, the leg, the foot, the heart, and so on, and this and so forth. And so as it go down, the information go to the necessary areas that it need to go to. You see, via melanin. Via melanin. You ain't got no melanin, gonna be a problem. Gonna be a problem. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to function on that level, especially in a solar system. You see, in a solar system, you're gonna have to have some melanin to function on a high level. That's it. And people say, oh, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. And so we see here the door, even in West Africa, it's not a problem. You see, it's not a problem. As you look, you see it's coming down from the heavens. See, so once you understand that the serpent and the dragon, which we're going to deal with, and the dragon, see, when it says return of the dragon, it's talking about the return of Christ. That's what it is, and not no Jesus. We're talking about the consciousness. We know that the Christ is a prophesied period that's going to come where there's going to be, what they call the solar age. You see, and that's what they talk about. The European talk about it with Ragnarok in the Viking, that the Asgard would be destroyed by fire. They don't tell you what kind of fire. It's solar fire. You see, when they talk about, even in Revelations, when they talk about the rapture being destroyed by fire. See, so they know it. So when you talk about the cross and they tell you that the Serapis was crucified on the cross, they don't tell you that it's a solar cross. You see, they don't tell you that it's a solar cross. And you got to know that and understand that the prophecies had already been told long time ago. So when you look and you see that the dragon is only a sacred zoo type of the sun, just like the serpent is only a sacred zoo type of the sun. And so when you see here, let me throw that one in there. You see right there. So when you see that the winged serpent of ancient Egypt, you see. And now we got to understand this is a king cobra. This ain't this is a king cobra. And you'll see the hood flared out. And that's when you look at the Nemesis crown of the Pharaoh, that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? He's the dragon. He's the serpent king. When you look here, you see that the Nemesis crown is only the flared hood of the king cobra. You see, and many times you will see that these dragons, because they actually are a zoo type of a particular people, which is us, which is the black people. You will see them with crowns. You see, like you see here, and even in ancient Egypt, you see the crown of Upper Egypt, right? You see the crown of Upper Egypt, you see the crown of Lower Egypt. So these are only zoo types that symbolically represent a people. That's the Pharaoh. You see? That's the goddess. You see? So you see the crown there to let you know that it is symbolic of a particular people. And you understand that the dragon is a representation of the sun. You see, you can't be chosen. You can't be a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal and be chosen in a sun-centered religion. Okay? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And that's what you have to understand. You've been, oppressed and conquered up out of your divinity. You see what I'm saying? You don't even know you're divine no more. You see, everything you do, you got to check with the Cro-Magnon. You got to go down there and get on your knees and pray to some pervert in a goddamn closet somewhere with the goddamn, with the curtain up there so you can't see him because he probably over there perverted out. You see what I'm saying? And you up there crying and snotting to him to, talk to God so he could forgive you. And this motherfucker over here more wicked than Beelzebub, Lucifer, Samael, and all them motherfuckers combined. You see? And so you is in a world of hurt. You's in a world of hurt. You don't have to go through nobody to get to your divinity. You were born divine. You see what I'm saying? It's through conquest that you've been taught away from your divinity. You have been taught that you had to go through a middleman to get to a God. And 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna never speak on your behalf. He gonna keep, you understand? He gonna keep you putting something in the pot and keep putting something in the pot. He gonna trip you up every time. God say, nigga, put $10,000 more in the pot. Then maybe he'll talk to you. Other than that, nigga, you ain't got nothing coming. You got Peter up there at the heaven, nigga. If that's the heaven that you're going in, you ain't getting in. You ain't getting in, nigga. If it's Peter, and all the Peters I ever seen, niggas try to put a goddamn, oh man, Peter was black. Motherfucker, that Peter's a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. Nigga, you gonna get up there, nigga, and your name Leroy, and you gonna come to Peter, and Peter gonna say, nigga, what's your name? And you gonna say, man, my name Leroy. He say, Leroy? The fuck you say, Leroy? Let me see, motherfucker. Let me look on this motherfucking book of life. Let me see, Leroy. Ain't no motherfucking Leroy's on here, nigga. Ain't no Leroy's on here, nigga. You had the wrong heaven, nigga. Yeah, you had the wrong heaven, nigga. You made a wrong turn where go back down that road right down there where that motherfucker say hell, you make a left right there and go take your motherfucking ass right on down there. You made the wrong turn. You see, so you're not going to get in if the Cro-Magnon got the key. You ain't getting in. You see, you ain't getting in. Every fucking heaven, I ain't never seen a nigga at the gate. I ain't never seen a nigga in line. You see, I ain't never seen one. You understand? You look up in heaven, ain't a nigga in heaven. They probably put one nigga, and he's somewhere over there shining shoes. That's where he at. He up in heaven shining shoes. That's what he doing. One nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they do. And I remember the Jehovah Witnesses used to come to the door. He black Jehovah Witness, and the first thing, and I used to always open the door because I just wanted to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? I like a little literature. I like it. I'm going to use this shit for whatever it's worth. I might, because I always need primary references and shit. And so when they bring that shit on. I need a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? And every time, black family, they come up there and put the goddamn shit in my hand. And and every goddamn person on the motherfucker, it was white. You understand? They might have got a couple Chinamans on there or something. And you understand? One nigga. And sometimes they don't even have no nigga on there. I say, man, I one day I say, man, what the fuck? Why you don't never bring no goddamn, why you don't never bring no literature, man, with no black people on it, man? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I give a fuck, but, but what in my mind, nigga, you black. and you don't even see yourself on this shit. So what? I mean, don't you do something for your own psyche? You know, where's the black? And the nigga came back. So obviously, you know, they had some on deck. Cause that nigga, when he came back, he made sure he had some literature. You understand what it had one nigga on it. That's all. They might give you two. You understand what you ain't gonna get no more than that. Now, if you get two, nigga, you hit the jackpot. You see, but usually they don't have no more than one nigga on there. They don't have no place for you in they heaven. You see? And so you got to know that that's a very, very serious indicator that you are disoriented. You see, and you got to straighten up so you can go where your ancestors went. You see, you got to project your spirit. You got to get into your mind and get them keys. You know, they there and you don't even know. And you got to go in there and feel around in the spirit and find them keys. You see what I'm saying? And unlock that door in your mind so you can project your car to the ancestral realms. You see what I'm saying? Where your ass does, when you get in and you go and you get to the gate and it's your ancestors. They say, damn, nigga, we been looking for you. You all down there and shit, fucking with Peter and shit. We was telling, you know, we was calling your name, but you act like you didn't hear us. You see? We was calling your name and you act like you didn't hear us. And so you got here. You must have hooked up with old General Seti. He got you on down here. You see? And so, again, so when we start talking about, you know, the dragon, you see? And so you see, now here, you know, you got a semblance of a dragon. It's still, you know, this is a seraph. It's an icon. But see, in there, you see the transformation, the metamorphosis. Just like the cocoon, you see what I'm saying? As it metamorphoses into the butterfly. See, the serpent does that. It changes its skin. You see what I'm saying? That's a metamorphosis. You know, that's a transformation. And in that, you find the dragon. You see what I'm saying? In that, so when you hear them say the return of the dragon is a semblance of resurrection. You see, return is a semblance of resurrection. So you see here, you know, they've taken aspects, you understand what I'm saying, up out of our sacred teachings and put it in Marvel comics. You see what I'm saying, where they, you know, they showing the dragon metamorphosizing. You see what I'm saying, but they don't understand that it's in the mind, it's in the spirit. You see, it's in the mind and it's in the spirit. You understand? And they couldn't understand a lot of that. And so even with Jesus, they say, you know, they showing motherfuckers rise up out the grave. You're not coming out the grave, nigga, in no body, nigga. That shit rot. You ain't coming up out of there, nigga. You come up out of there, you gonna be stanking. You see, you ain't no way for you to come out of there. So they don't understand that it's a spiritual resurrection. The resurrection is in your children. It's not going to be you rising up out the grave. They could not understand that. You see what I'm saying? If that man was dead for 3 days and that motherfucker came, he was stinking, rotten. Come up out the goddamn grave, rotten. You see what I'm saying? They ain't got no goddamn organs, nigga. They don't just put you down in there. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to take the organs up out of it. What you going to do, nigga, when you come up out of there? You ain't got no heart, ain't got no goddamn liver. What you gonna do? You see, so they don't understand, you know, and so when they take it and they stealing, and matter of fact, you got to understand, number one, they understand they science. They not no fool. They not no fool. When you look at the vampire, he know he not connected to the sun. He know he don't have no car. These are things that they told themselves. I'm not telling you this because I'm making it up. When you look at the vampire who's disconnected from the sun, when he look in the mirror, he don't have no reflection. You don't have no reflection. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got no reflection, that means you ain't got no soul, nigga. That's exactly what it means. So when the sun come out, nigga, you got to go in. You see, you got to go in. These are things that they told themselves. And so they're very clear about the information, you see? And so, again, now, let's prove things. You see? Let's prove things. Let's prove things. Now, another concept is the phoenix. The phoenix is also the dragon. You see, and the phoenix is clearly an Egyptian a spiritual science. You see that every 500 years, the phoenix would die and be reborn. You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing about our, that every 500 years, a mighty and great civilization, a mighty and great, individual will come forth greater than all others. We're going to always have many Christs, but they're going to come greater than all others. And they will define the whole age of over 500 years. You see what I'm saying? And so they understand the cycle of things. You see, the divine cycle of things that, there's going to be something every 500 years that come in. So our time is right about now. You see, it's right about now. That, our energy is compiling, and that we're going to break through at some given time. Somebody going to break through somewhere on the planet for our people and be the trailblazer that, and be the lighthouse, for all our people on the planet. You see? And so the phoenix is also symbolic of the dragon, of the winged serpent. So this, when you talk about the dragon, it don't necessarily have to be because again, the dragon is it metamorphosizes. You understand what I'm saying? It can transform into anything. So understand that. And so to prove exactly what we're talking about, wait a minute. You see, when you talk about you see right there, you see the Ouroboros, and you see the serpent with the tail in his mouth. Now, when you look inside, you see the African. You see the African child, and you see, and so what you have is, first and foremost, you got three images there. You got to see it, but you don't, but I'm going to break it down to you. First, you got the cosmic representation. You got the sun. That's the cosmic. Then you got the zoomorphic representation, which is the Ouroboros, which is the serpent. And then you got the anthropomorphic image, which is the African. And so all are one, symbolic of one another. So the serpent is the sacred zoo type of the African, and the sun is the cosmic representation of the African. So when I say return of the dragon, we're not just talking about something flying. We're talking about the race. We're talking about our people. We're talking about the Christ consciousness that's going to rise up. And another thing, as we went over yesterday, when you talk about the dragon, one of the things about the dragon that that they're lovers of science and knowledge. They're lovers of science and knowledge. I put that in there somewhere. Where that at? I don't know where I put that at. I don't know how that got away from me. But that's all right. I could put that in, So when you talk about, matter of fact, here go one right here. This is the dragon with, you see him, the lovers of treasure. You see, goddamn well on them damn, this is a zoomorphic form of African. Now, you see right there in treasure. So what's another term for treasure? Fortune. And so in there you find the OR. You see what I'm saying? A lover of treasures. They love to read, and you'll see the dragon read. No goddamn dragon read. You understand? This is a zoomorphic form of African people, and you see them with the crown. They're always symbolic of royalty and divinity. And so we got to understand that a lot of this is being hidden from us. That we will not look at our allegories and the hidden information, understand, that would needed to be unlocked so we could see a path for ourselves. You know, we got to get up out of this shit that we in. The information is out there. And so they keep putting out, you know, false flag information. And we continue to be in a time loop, in a time warp. That's exactly what we in. And so when you see King Kronos, you know, the father time right there, we showing you that he has a blueprint to keep us trapped in a maze, and he understands how to lock us in through time, especially if you don't have no aspirations to do for self, and all you gonna do is labor and fall victim of society, and because you don't see no out and you don't have no aspiration to move outside of your oppressor and to do for yourself, because once you understand your divinity, you will understand your destiny. And see, you don't have no goddamn destiny. You ain't got no destiny. You don't. Anytime our peoples is still confined, we don't understand our divinity. We think we do, but we don't. Because if we did, we would get the fuck out of the belly of the beast. And all this effort that we putting in to keep his ass in power, we would be putting it in ourselves. We're not doing that. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you could tell King Kronos is still running this shit. If you punching that goddamn clock, and I understand you got to eat, you got to pay your bill, but that's a reality that we continue. It's the time loop. We keep using the same. We don't know how many times motherfucker been using these excuses. You see, these ain't no new excuses. These is old excuses and shit. You know what I'm saying? From generations and generations and generations back. And so you can, if you go back in a goddamn time machine, you'll hear your goddamn great grandfather probably telling the same goddamn, well, I'm gonna work and then I'm gonna put, nigga, you ain't putting up nothing. Cause I ain't got shit. So where it went, I don't know. You understand? Where did you pass it down? You ain't passed down nothing. I understand. And we love our family, but goddamn it, we in a time loop. You understand? Because they got to, us constrained to a particular program that's going to keep us in the predicament we in. In order for us we got to overturn this shit. We got to tip the table over. You understand? We can't keep playing cards. You see what I'm saying? See, when you playing cards and you figure it and you find out that the other three motherfuckers is cheating, what you do? You going to keep playing? You see? They got 4-5 decks under the damn table. Every time you go to this motherfucker got all the top cards. They just, goddamn, you see 2 cards of the same kind pop up. They just dropping all type of shit, winning all the time. You can't keep playing. They dealing you the hand. You got you, and you can't even touch the deck. You can't deal. Nigga, they dealing all the time. You losing every goddamn hand. What do? You keep playing? No, you flip the motherfucking table over. The game is over. We don't play no more. We flip the table over, but niggas is continuing to play, continuing to lose. That means you in the time loop. You don't know how to get out of the time loop. And so they understand, nigga, like I say, that they got gauges. They know how much rent is. They know. They got motherfuckers that sit up here and calculate all that shit. They know what average rent is. They know how many hours your ass got to work to pay your rent, to pay everything. You see what I'm saying? They know how to put some shit in the game. You understand what I'm saying? Like these pandemics and shit that's going to knock a fourth of goddamn civilization down, because when that motherfucking economy come to a screeching halt, boom, you're going to have a quarter of a motherfucking society that's going to collapse. You understand? Because they just cannot afford to stop for shit. They got to work every fucking day, every hour to make this shit happen. You see what I'm saying? So if they can bring this motherfucker to a screeching halt, boom, God damn it, they already know a fourth, because they know the calculations. You see, they know how much the rent, they know how much the food, they know how much all that shit, and they know how much every motherfucker make, and they know what they had to put in place. Boom. And goddamn it, a fourth of the goddamn society is gonna collapse. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna collapse. And so if you in that, we stay in that goddamn loop, and they stay, in charge of it. And another thing about Janus, he was also the god of coins. You see, because they say Janus was the first one that minted coins and shit in Rome. You see what I'm saying? So he's also not only a manipulator of time, he's also a manipulator of currency. That's why they say time is money and money is time. You see what I'm saying? So he's a manipulator of all those things. And so we got to understand that some of these things are spiritual, but they also militaristic. You see, they also militaristic in a sense when they say he's the gatekeeper. That means keeping motherfuckers on a social level, you know, trapped in a particular sector of society where they cannot get out of because this motherfucker got the keys of mobility to be able to move the corridors. You understand? It could be academic. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know somebody to move. You got to have a hall pass to move through here. You don't get no hall pass. You get caught in the fucking hallway. You know what's happening, nigga. You going behind them bars, nigga. And so these are the keys that they talking about. You understand what I'm saying? To keep a motherfucker demobilized in that sense. You see? And so, you know, this is militaristic. Is also a spiritual in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand, number one, that once you understand your divinity, your black divinity, then the divine assignment that is given unto you by the cosmos will appear. And it's going to be on you to have the courage. You understand what I'm saying? To fulfill your destiny. And that's it. You're going to have the courage to fulfill that destiny. You understand? And you know, you're going to have to, it's your duty to do that. You cannot come here and, you understand, fulfill the aspirations of man and not fulfill the aspirations of the cosmos. You failed in your assignment. You failed. And you must understand that. And as you understand your assignment, you understand how divine it is. You understand what I'm saying? That the cosmos has bestowed upon you such a great and divine assignment to be the primordial. You're the primordial. You're the head of the class. You don't know it, but you will know it. You're the head of the class. You're the primordial. You first. You understand what I'm saying? That means you the first. You the elder. You the watcher. You see what I'm saying? You the gatekeeper. You don't understand that, but you will understand that. And this world ain't gonna never be right until you do. Until you keep thinking that they're not gonna ever get it right. And see, and the thing is, and I keep telling people, you know, just like when I give just a basic understanding. When your ass go down there to the DMV and you get in line, nigga, you get a number. You understand what I'm saying? God damn it. You get a number, you sit your ass down there until they call your number. You don't go ahead of nobody or shit. You see, that's not when you say that you primordial, saying you here, don't mean it's racist. It mean it's real. It means this is reality. You see what I'm saying? You've been here longer. You have a divine package in your makeup that allows you to do things in this universe nobody else can do. The evidence is there. We don't have to make this shit up. All we have to do is present facts. That's all we have to do is present the facts. You see what I'm saying? And so when you look at your children, you see what I'm saying? You love them. And I ain't saying we all the same, because we not. But I'm just taking, for instance, our children. You got all your children, some young, some old, and you expect the older ones to be the next ones in charge. You expect the older ones that when you're not around, that they will take on the responsibility of leading the younger ones in the right direction and chastise them if they out of line. You expect them to do that. You don't expect the older one to, you understand, to be on par with the youngest ones. You don't expect that. You see what I'm saying? So if we've been here longer than anybody, and we've been in civilization and government and spiritual science and all type of, academic science longer than anybody, then you expect us to be leading. Why are we back here? We don't understand our assignment. You see what I'm saying? The doors have been closed and we don't understand that the door is even there. You understand? We looking over here. This is a misdirection. The religion is nothing but a trap. Your spirit is trapped in these books, these book religions and shit, just like the genie is trapped in the lamp. It's the same military science where trapping. You don't understand it. You think I'm just using it as an allegory. It's not an allegory. It's real. They didn't trap your spirit in a book, just like they didn't trap that goddamn genie in a lamp. You don't understand that. You see what I'm saying? You trap because you keep looking for God in the book. God ain't in no goddamn book. When you close that book, God don't say nothing. Don't say nothing when it's open. It's always a man that speak for that God. You see what I'm saying? Just like a ventriloquist dummy that motherfucker throw his voice in the goddamn ventriloquist dummy and say, you know, and you and the motherfucking Muppet talking and shit, and you think it's God. Ain't no goddamn God. The motherfucking nigga throwing his voice in the Muppet. This motherfucker, if don't nobody read that book, it's just like any other goddamn book on the shelf. Ain't nothing, it ain't gonna say nothing. It's gonna sit up on that motherfucking shelf just like any other goddamn book. You close the book, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing until you pick it up and you read it. You instill the energy in it and bring it to life. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't, it's just like any other book. You see what I'm saying? So God ain't in no goddamn, you looking down and God is out here. The creator, the cosmos, the laws of nature, understanding the laws of nature and laws of the universe. You understand what I'm saying? That's God. That's the creator. You see, you ain't in no goddamn book. It's out here. You looking down, but it's out here. And that's what they want you to do, is to keep looking down in the book and not out here. You understand? Because when you look out here, you're going to make the connection that you won with the cosmos. You understand? When your ancestors wake your ass up and you unlock them doors down in your DNA and they wake you up and say, we've been waiting on you for so long. You know where you been. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to let you know that you are one with the cosmos. You ain't got to, you understand, and pray that, I hope God, and nigga, you God. God has always been with you. You understand what I'm saying? But your ears have been closed and the doors have been locked because of this oppressor has been taught you away from your divinity. They didn't taught you away from your divinity. And we got to, and so when one of the first things that's going to happen when you wake up to your divinity is separation. You must separate. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt, motherfucker, because you know you're full of that crackatosis. You know you is, so you ain't going to want to separate, but you must separate. You understand? Because in separating, that's like detoxing. When you separate from it and you move away from, your mind going to become clearer. Your body going to purify. You're going to become clear. You're going to see things a different way. As long as you're on the poison and it's fucking your head up and you know, and deterring you. And when you move away from this and you separate from it and your mind are clear. And then ideas will start to form. You will strengthen. But as long as you're in the belly of the beast and you're sucking on that poison, it's all in your body, all in your mind, all in your blood, all in your bones, all in your DNA, nigga. You will not have the righteous thoughts of divinity, the clarity to see these things. And so one of the first things is going to happen is separation must happen. When you step away, you see, you step away and then the righteousness will come, you know, and the fog will clear. And then the ideas that you never knew were there will form right there. And then you will make the necessary next step that you would need to make. You know what I'm saying? To establish, because we need our own. You know, we need our own. We must have our own. And we got to continue to say that. You know, we cannot, you know, make up false realities. Some of us believe we this, we that, you know, false realities. You know, we cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? We have to be courageous enough, you know, to go the long haul and go to, and you know, and we're gonna fool ourselves how powerful we are. You see, we're gonna get there far quicker than we ever thought we could. You see, but we have to step away and we have to detox from this poison. You know what I'm saying? And reconnect to the ancestors, reconnect to the elders, get back down in them scrolls. I see these niggas out here, they pressing hard. You know, they trying to talk against the teachers. They can't do it. They weak. These niggas out here weak. They can't do it. Only a weak nigga will allow one of these creepy niggas to talk against the master teachers and get you understand what I'm saying, and the greatness of these teachers, to bring us out of the chaotic thinking into a world that we never knew exists, was a beautiful thing. And we got to always cherish them for waking us up and waking that third eye and taking us back to the Nile, taking us back to Africa, taking us back to the deities in the temples. We got to thank them for that, because that was, one of the greatest times in the history of our people. You understand, especially being in the prison of the mind that we was in, and for them to unlock a couple of them doors to get us to where we is. And, as soon as they passed on, here come these belly crawlers to try to change us back, get us right back on the plantation. You Aboriginal, get back over here, nigga. You stay here. That's everybody. Stay right on over here. You understand what I'm saying? Not telling us that, we have, we have to have an external, you got to step away, you got to step away. You got to have an external plan too. Can't just have no internal plan. You got to have you got to have an external plan. You got to be able to exit if you need to. They want to keep you here. You know what I'm saying? These is the goddamn slave patrol. As soon as you get to running, here these niggas come. Go get the nigga. Bring him back. You understand what I'm saying? You're Aboriginal. Nigga, fly the flag, nigga. You got some of these niggas, they fly the American flag too. You understand what I'm saying? They fly 2 flags. You know what I'm saying? I say, goddamn, nigga, what, if you're flying 2 flags, nigga, then what? You can't serve 2 masters. I see some niggas fly 2. You understand? I see some niggas fly 2 flags. I say, well, nigga, you can't serve 2 masters because you're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. So which one do you serve, nigga? You understand what I'm saying? Which one do you serve? You see? And so, it's a lot of confusion out here, family. I want to just say, stay strong. Red, black, and green is the team. You see what I'm saying? Red for the blood, black for green for the land, and black is for the people. The divine melanin, you understand, of the cosmos and the divine melanin that's running through your blood and through your mind. You see what I'm saying? That's our flag, and we need to fly it at all times and understand the importance of it. You understand what I'm saying? Black first, black first, second, and third, black only. Marcus Garvey say black first. General Seti say black only. You see what I'm saying? We got to tighten up. Garvey came at a time where, but goddamn it, we farther in the goddamn hole than Garvey could even imagine. But the one thing he understood, which I understood, is the greatness of our people. God damn it, if we get moving, nigga, we can move at light speed. We can move at warp speed, and where we think we so far back, man, we'll fly past all barriers. We'll fly past all obstacles. It can be done. All right, family. Just wanted to reach out there today, unlock the portal, unlock the door. You see what I'm saying? These new year traps is only to keep you in the labyrinth, in the maze of chaos. Come out of that. Don't let these motherfuckers be your orientation. You understand what I'm saying? Reorient your mind, reorient your destiny. You understand? So that you're not on a plan of chaos that's only going to lead you in a continuation of deterioration. You see what I'm saying? As it's been going on and on, break out of the mold, break out of the time loop. You understand what I'm saying? And create your own paradigm in which you are winning all the time. This is the General Sara Seti. Was going to do 2. I'm going to do 1 tonight, and I'm going to come back tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? This is the General saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.